The purest form of affection in this world is the love animals have for their human companions. It does not depend on wealth. It does not care about status. It does not change when circumstances shift. It is steady. It is patient. It is real. Human relationships can become complicated. Misunderstandings grow. Egos interfere. Time creates distance. But when an animal forms a bond, that connection is rooted in something simpler: safety, trust, and shared experience. Whether it is a small dog waiting faithfully by the door, a rescued elephant standing quietly at the edge of a forest, a horse recognizing footsteps from afar, or even a lion resting beneath the golden African sky, their hearts recognize one thing above all: the human who once made them feel secure. Welcome to Apex Nature. Today we journey into the emotional world of animals to witness reunions that defy logic and challenge what we think we know about love. These are not just heartwarming moments. They are proof that connection is not limited by language, not restricted by species, and not erased by time. The memory of safety. Animals remember more than commands. They remember how someone made them feel. They remember tone of voice, the rhythm of footsteps, the scent of familiar hands. Scientific research shows that many mammals possess advanced memory systems. Elephants can remember faces for decades. Dogs can recognize a familiar voice instantly, even after years. Primates maintain emotional bonds across long separations. But beyond biology, there's emotional memory, the kind that stores feelings, not just facts. A kangaroo once rescued as a fragile joey was raised by a compassionate woman who bottle-fed her and kept her warm through cold nights. Years later, after returning to the wild, their paths crossed again. For a brief second, the kangaroo paused. Then recognition sparked like light. She rushed forward and wrapped her strong arms around the woman, holding her tightly, almost protectively. There was no aggression, no confusion, only remembrance, only gratitude carried silently in that embrace. Time had changed her size, but it had not changed her memory of kindness. When the wild still trusts you. A lioness raised in a sanctuary once relied completely on her caretaker. He fed her when she was small, cleaned her wounds, spoke calmly during storms. Eventually, she grew strong enough to live independently in a protected reserve. Years later, he returned to see her. Some feared the meeting. She is wild now, they warned. But when the lioness saw him, her body language softened. She ran toward him with unmistakable excitement. She leaned into him, rested her powerful head against his chest. The predator remained powerful, but the friend remained present. Wolves have shown similar loyalty. Raised by conservationists and later released into natural habitats, they have greeted former caretakers with gentle nudges and affectionate gestures that clearly express recognition. The wild does not erase emotional bonds. Kindness leaves a permanent imprint, the healing power of reunion. Sometimes the reunion transforms more than emotion. A young man once endured multiple surgeries after a severe accident. Confined to a hospital bed, his physical pain was matched by emotional exhaustion. He missed his dog deeply. When the dog was finally allowed into the hospital room, everything shifted. The dog approached slowly, almost sensing the fragility of the moment. He climbed gently onto the bed and rested his head on the man's chest. The monitors continued to beep, but inside that room, there was peace. Medical studies confirm that interaction with animals reduces cortisol, lowers heart rate, and releases oxytocin,
a hormone associated with bonding and emotional security. But beyond science, there is something profoundly human about being remembered, and animals give us that gift without asking for anything in return. Chapter 4. Distance cannot break what is real. A penguin once traveled thousands of miles across vast oceans to visit the fisherman who had once saved its life. Year after year, the penguin returned to the same shore. It was not migration, it was connection. In another part of the world, an elephant caretaker returned after 14 long months away. The herd became alert, then slowly approached. They touched him gently with their trunks. They flapped their ears softly. They formed a protective circle around him. In elephant society, this gesture is reserved for family. Distance had not weakened their bond. It had strengthened the reunion. Even smaller animals demonstrate this loyalty. A rescued bird released back into nature recognized its savior months later with a single familiar call. Recognition travels farther than we think. The science of emotion. Why does this bond exist? Neuroscientists explain that mammals share similar emotional brain structures. The limbic system, responsible for attachment and emotion, exists not only in humans, but in dogs, primates, elephants, dolphins, and more. Dogs show signs of grief when separated from their owners. Elephants have been observed mourning their dead. Primates maintain deep social bonds that last for years. They do not love exactly as humans do, but they love sincerely, without hidden motive, without pride, without conditions. When a dog in a courtroom chooses one owner over another, it is not understanding legal rights, it is responding to emotional certainty. When an orangutan hugs a caretaker 5 years after being released into the jungle, it is not habit, it is trust remembered, trust built through consistent care. What these moments teach us. In a world filled with noise, competition, and division, the bond between humans and animals reminds us of something essential. Connection does not require language. It requires presence. It requires patience. It requires kindness, shown repeatedly over time. Animals remember who showed up. They remember who protected them. They remember who offered comfort when they were vulnerable. And when reunited, they express that memory honestly, through a hug, a wagging tail, a joyful leap, or a quiet nuzzle. These moments are not accidents. They are reflections of something deeply shared between species. We are not separate from the natural world. We are part of it. And when trust is built, it becomes something that even time cannot erase. Here at Apex Nature, we believe these stories matter. They remind us that compassion leaves a mark, that kindness echoes, that love, when given freely, always finds its way back. Have you ever experienced a reunion like this? A moment when an animal recognized you for months or even years apart? If you have, then you already understand that this bond is real. If you haven't, perhaps one day you will, because love like this does not disappear. It waits patiently, and when the moment arrives, it runs toward you with open arms, open paws, or open wings. Subscribe to Apex Nature for more powerful stories from the emotional heart of the wild. Because in the end, love does not speak loudly. It does not demand attention. It simply remembers, and it simply feels.